This is the Shot Doctor. Is that on your license plate or anything?
It is not. I was fortunate enough to work with some good players that improved with their shooting, and I happened to be the one that worked with them, and they kind of nicknamed me that. Jarrell McNeil at Marquette, Victor Oladipo at Indiana, Yogi Ferrell at Indiana, Donovan Williams at UNLV, just to name a few, but we would work with everybody. Those guys made big jumps. A few workouts into it, and I'm getting familiar with their games, getting familiar with their shooting, and getting familiar with them as people as to what works best to help them get better. Without question, he has the capability to do it, and we've worked together for a couple of days now, and I'm excited to continue that throughout the year. Well, one of the guys that I'm familiar with is CJ Frederick, and obviously he can really shoot the basketball. He was at Kentucky when I was at South Carolina, but then we recruited him when he was in high school and I was at Indiana, so pretty familiar with that. And I think that most of the stuff that we've done thus far has been team type things, and you only zero in on a couple of guys when you do the breakdown stuff, so I haven't gotten familiar enough to say that, but I do think that there are several guys here that have the capability of improving, and you can do that in the practice gym, and then it has to translate during the game. It's pretty much that way, I think, in any league that you're in. I don't think it really matters. I think all the games are hard. All the teams are familiar with your personnel and your style of play, and you're going to have to win close games, and that's what you want to help your guys do and teach them to do. And the SEC was a great league last year, so was the Big 12. They've all been really good for quite some time. The Big 10 when I was in the Big 10, the Big East. The only one I can't get to now, I think, is the Pac-12. I feel a little bit like Forrest Gump. You know, I'm in the right place at the right time with great people. Very grateful for the opportunities that I've had. I know I've contributed a little, but I think I've learned a lot more from all the people I've had an opportunity to work with. I think he'll play to whatever our personnel is capable of doing. I think he's got a great basketball mind, and I think he's adaptive to what the personnel is and isn't just stuck in a certain style of play and this is what we do. I think he figures out what he has, and then we're going to do that. And if this group can get out and run, I'm sure that's something that he's going to want to do, because in leagues like this, you're always looking to find ways to get easy baskets. Yes. When I was at Marquette and we were all in Conference USA, they had a couple of good players, Kenyon Martin, Pete Michael,
you wouldn't have bad.
Kenny Satterfield, Steve Logan, I just saw him. And then we also came here and played when I was at UNLV. In our first year there. Yeah, I was fortunate enough that I coached Drew when Drew was at Iowa, and I was an assistant there with Steve Alford, and then Drew came and worked with us at Indiana in our operations position, and then Jake came and worked with us as a GA. So guys that I have great respect for that are really good people and really good basketball people. I had helped develop maybe 14, 15 NBA guys to that point, and you think you know, and then you sit at the draft table and you work with all these brilliant minds, basketball minds, and it was just an opportunity for me to grow and learn, and I learned a lot of good things while I was there that I think have helped me as I go forward as a coach now.
Parking spot doesn't say Shot Doctor, it's just your name.
They charge me the same as everybody else, so it keeps you real humble, no question about that.